Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about how credit card interest even works. I know this is something that a lot of people don't even really comprehend or even think about once you're getting a credit card. A lot of people just think, I'll see what happens when it comes to me. Or, some people know, okay, I'll stick away from the ones that are saying they're going to give me like a 25% interest rate, kind of things like that. It's not really too in depth that people know how this even works or how they can even go around it. Between reward programs and greater financial flexibility, credit cards have a lot to offer for sure. But if you don't know how the interest works, you'll have so much of a harder time navigating and maximizing your credit card's benefits that in some cases, or most cases, you probably just would rather stay away. And that's where the stigma comes from. You'll rack up this interest, so stay away from them. In an ideal world, you'll never miss a payment or carry a balance on your credit cards. That's why I always preach, and many others always preach, just pay off the balance. But it's not that easy. Things happen, life happens. But many Americans do carry a credit card balance from month to month. That's perfectly okay. But did you know that according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's household debt and credit card report from the second quarter of 2020, which is basically this time last year, that credit card balances stood at approximately $820 billion. That's crazy, almost $1 trillion in just credit card debt. Now, this is exactly how credit card companies actually make their money. It might not seem like a profitable business to give money out and then get paid every month, give money out, get paid every month. They make money off of that interest. They make money and they bank on the hope that their customer is not going to pay in full and then they'll be able to pocket it. Now, you can know that or notice that, $20 might not be too much in interest. However, if you have $20 from this person here times a million, you got way more than $20. And that's how banks work. That's how it all works. So, what's the problem with carrying a balance and having credit card debt? In many cases, it just boils down to APR. Most credit cards will come with an interest rate. Simply put, this is the price you'll pay for borrowing the money if you don't pay back in time. For credit cards, interest typically expressed as a yearly rate known as the annual percentage rate, which is the APR. Through the APR, you'll be able to find exactly how much you'll be able to pay per month and what it'll be broken down to for that pay period. So you can do this by taking your interest rate and dividing it by the days in the year. This would give you your periodic rate, which is pretty much your interest per day. So then you could times that by what your actual, balance is, and then you'll be able to see what your interest rate will be for that month. And it's kind of crazy, but it's something that you should kind of want to stay away from because, like I said, you just want to kind of get to the realm of, I'm going to just pay the most I can. So basically, what you'll need to know is just if you carry any balance, you're going to pay some interest. So, how can you do this? How can you go around it? Just pay in full. And like you said before, like we started the video, it's not too easy, but it's something that you can do, especially when credit card companies, in most cases, they give you like a 21-day grace period between the purchase date and the payment due date. So if you pay your balance off in full and don't have any cash advances outstanding, you won't really be charged during that interval. So it's a lot of makeup time. Now, however, I have noticed in my personal experience that this is something that is with more quality banks or more quality lenders, I guess I should say. So maybe the lenders that are lesser known, maybe like OneMain and Credit One, they might not do it for you. Capital One, I know, won't do that for you. Their payment system's kind of wonky, but like with Chase, I have never, ever had an issue where I couldn't pay on time or they didn't give me any leeway. Usually they give me about that 21-day grace period. And then if you don't want to pay so much interest, just pay a little bit more than a minimum. The minimum is usually 3% of the outstanding balance. So, just pay a little bit more than that. It's not too much. A lot of the times the minimum payment is like $20, $40, $50. Like you can pay more than that to lower that interest, to lower that balance, and to kind of understand that money you're just going to kind of get back anyway. Like you're putting money on the card to spend it to put money back on the card to spend it. And you're just doing that to make sure that your credit goes up. Because the more you do that and the less you do spending on your credit card, the faster and easier the rest of your life will be. Well, not faster for the rest of your life, but you know what I mean. The faster your journey will go to financial literacy, financial ease, when you're trying to buy a house at, let's say, 27, and your credit is 6 years, 7 years, 10 years old, rather than being like 3 or 4 or 5. So that's kind of just the benefits behind doing all this and getting that early jump start. Everything will come into play for the rest of life. Your 20s is the perfect time to kind of just sit down, understand this, and do it all correctly. So you won't have to do it all later. It's harder later. Life moves faster later. So just get it all done now, build a great foundation, and keep it moving. That's exactly why I built this channel, to help people create a great foundation. That's it. I hope you guys have a great one. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some insight on how credit card companies even work and how you can go ahead and, outsmart them. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.